Hi everyone. So we are going to talk about information evaluation criteria while you are searching for different assignments or else different researches from outsources. So uh, basically under this topic we are going to talk about how to select books, journals or else other papers, websites for your assignments or research, and what are the important factors that should be considered for that selection. That means how to recognize good journal articles, papers, or else books, right? So, all the journals, all the articles are present in websites uh, that we take through internet will not be useful or will not be correct sometimes. So how you can do that? So there are 5 evaluation criteria should be considered while doing this, while searching this. So here you can see the 5 things should be considered: currency, authority, accuracy, relevance, and purpose. Again, currency, authority, accuracy, relevance, and purpose. So we'll see what are the meaning of these and how you check these things. So first thing is the currency. Currency means how current the information is. So that means, while you are doing some assignments, example, uh, if you are doing something related to dengue fever or else related to infection control, that may be research. So in that case, while you are selecting information, sometimes you have to put guidelines or different components. So example, if you consider a guideline related to dengue management, so in that case, it is better to put a newer, updated guideline for that. So if you are not using the current data, sometimes you will get all details, all guidelines, all information. So even when you consider the statistical data, even that can be changed with the time. So you have to consider the currency of the document because it can improve your document also. So in this case, uh, if you consider historical finding only, you can use all data. But if it is for a new thing, so it is better to use even within 5 years articles. So try as much as possible to get new updated informations for your document. So here I put one example. So I found early identification and management of chronic kidney disease in adults. So I found this through Google Scholar. So you can see I got different topics, different articles. So I have given, you can see in this PowerPoint, 2015 to 2021 as the custom range. So in your document also, while you are searching this, you can put the custom range and find out updated, new articles from the database. So we are using different databases like Google Scholar, PubMed, or else Medline, Sinal. So different databases are there. So whatever you use, even Coventry University has been given the same components. That means whatever you search, you can give the custom range. The way that we are giving is a little bit different according to the website, according to the database, but you can get this through this limitation, giving custom range. So the second point that you should consider is the authority. Mastery in execution or performance. So that means you have to select articles from recognized authors, well recognized authors. Why? Because if you select articles from well recognized authors, well qualified, with the professional background maybe, so you have to look at author credentials. So if it is made by corporate authors, example like WHO, So in that case, WHO usually give correct data. So therefore, we can accept that into our document. So this feature also can improve our document because the data may be mostly reliable and accurate with the authority because they are mostly responsible authors to give correct information. So you should consider professional background of the authors especially. Example here I put, I search regarding, the mostly we use anatomy book, we use Harold Ellis. So Ellis Anatomy. So in that case, I found out the details regarding Harold Ellis. So he's a professor and retired surgeon. So he's get that degree from University of London, and most qualifications are there. You can see here, and even you can see his books that has been published even here, bibliography. So different details are there. So you can understand. We can find out what are the publications that has been conducted by the person and how much he is qualified. So those details should be considered while you are selecting the documents for your article. And then the third property that we consider is accuracy and reliability of the document that we take. So accuracy, so that means the correctness and truth, and also the reliability means the trustworthiness. So you have to consider these factors especially. So how you recognize those? How you recognize accuracy or reliability? So you should ask yourself, the information is accurate and is obtained from reliable sources. And every fact must be verified for accuracy and reliability. So what you can do is one thing, you can search their citations. So most of the articles you can see different citations present inside the paragraph. So you go through those citations and check whether those citations are correct, and also the references. So those references are good references or not, whether they are correct or wrong. So those things can be checked. That means the article you first you take the article and then go through the citations and the references of inside the article, right? So that is the third point that should be considered. And even we can verify those facts with this. That means the same thing that we are talking about, the accuracy and reliability. So we can just check their data gathering, as I mentioned you earlier, and also what are the methods that they have been used. If it is a research article, especially they mention what methods that they have used, whether it's quantitative or qualitative, or else when we consider the sampling method, what is the sampling method they use. So inclusion criteria, exclusion criteria, so different things are there, when we consider the methodology. So you can read out the articles properly and see whether they have used properly matching methodologies for their article, right? So you can consider those, and even you can check who is the publisher. If the publisher is also a famous person, publisher, so that means the mostly the article is a good one, because the publisher, usually if the publisher is a recognized one, they are rechecking before publishing the data information. Then you can just check out the domains also. Example, if you take some details from .org, that means organization, or .com means the commercial one, and .gov means government. So mostly out of these, if .org, mostly that the data is reliable. Example, WHO, it's a World Health Organization, so it's an organization, so mostly the data is reliable. But some details that comes with .com, sometimes that is commercial based, so we can't accept correct details always with .com. So you have to consider those things also while you are selecting the document. Then here you can see what I mentioned you. So here the topic, early identification and management of CKD. So BMG was published this, that means British Medical Journal. So it's a famous journal, well recognized journal. So we can get the article from this site. And here it said DOI is there, that is .org organization, and the article was published in BMJ, and you can see the author affiliations also: National Clinical Guidelines Center, Royal College of Physicians, London. Well recognized author affiliations are there, and so that means mostly this article is a good one. So you can recognize articles by reading this, as well as I told you to read citations and the references. So here you can see the citation method is different from the Harvard system, but you can see the citations are there as mentioned in the paragraph. You can go through the citations and the references and check whether those citations and references are also good. Then you have to check whether the article is relevant for your topic. That's the most important thing. So you have to read the article topic. Especially, you can just read the article, not to read whole article, but you can go through kind of skim reading subtopics. You can read the subtopics and go through, have an oral look, and see whether the article is relevant to your topic. Right. Then finally, you have to check their objectives and the purpose of the article. So it should be clearly mentioned in the article that you refer also. So you can just read the article and identify what informations that has been mentioned and purpose of the article. So you can check that. Then as well as information should not be biased, especially. So as I mentioned you, when you use sometimes some commercial based mostly, or else something can be political based biased, so therefore if it is biased towards something, that means information will not be mostly correct, because if you think some companies need to publish their medication, so that sometimes they can highlight the disease condition especially, and they give facts related to their brand. That means they can relieve the condition with their brand, so kind of that. So therefore you can't exactly uh, receive a correct detail by using that. So especially you have to select a correct purpose of the article. You have to go through the objectives and see what objectives they have. So then you you check the compatibility with your document, with your topic, and select the article. So these are the areas that should be considered while you are selecting your article. So that means again I will remind you 5 factors that we consider: currency, authority, accuracy, relevance, and purpose. So uh, while you are selecting the documents for your uh, articles, papers, or else any kind of assignment, so it is better to follow these guidelines, especially regarding these 5 factors. So thank you for hearing.